Everybody, welcome to Workshop Wednesday. It's been a long time since we've had one of these. Appreciate you guys all being back. First up, we've got Pyro Omega. I didn't butcher his name for the first time in probably 3 months. Who is doing 2v2s. Also, that is a host that is about to come in, so you guys can see that awkwardness. 2v2Q, he's actually playing against a Leaf, which makes me warm and fuzzy inside because I hope a Leaf shoots the bed. He is champ 1 to 3. Leaf, I think right now is champ 2, roughly, is probably where he's at. Bellix, appreciate the host. Hopefully you had a good stream in. Thanks for sending the chat over. We're doing replay analysis. This is actually going to YouTube. This is now live on Twitch, obviously, so if you guys enjoy this, don't be afraid to stop by the Twitch and come hang out. That alert is amazing. Thank you so much. Love me, Hebe, Lady Sovereign. Good old-fashioned times. But yeah, a lot of goals. So we're going to see how this plays out. We're going to actually hide that so we don't know the details. But good luck to Pyro. Here we go. Easy goal. So a lot of this was pretty smart. So kickoff happens, right? Nothing crazy. Two things that bug me about this. Number one, nowadays, don't go for boost. You want to cheat up. Most people in this circumstance want to cheat up. You want to give yourself an advantage early on. And this applies to many facets of the game, right? So in twos, aggression definitely wins. And this applies towards late game too. There's too many times that I see people not go for the cheat up on a kickoff. Even when they're down by 1. Like when you're down, you're trying to get goals. And the easiest way to get a goal is by putting the ball on their side of the field. So if you would have cheated up here, you could have already been at that corner boost in front of Leaf with 100% boost on that wall ready to put it past Almana, whatever his name is on blue team. So on here, especially when you're diagonally like this, ideally your situation is you want to go and follow this slowly. Depending on how fast you cheat up, it's determined based upon how your teammate does. And if you're unaware of how your teammate plays, be a little bit more patient. Initially on the kickoffs, I usually just kind of slowly follow back. After this develops, I then cheat up one way or the other. In this case, it pinches over this way. That's not an arrow. That's not an arrow. Get this boost, take it up wall, and put a shot on target. But you don't. Not a big deal. He doesn't diagonal kick it back to you. You do get that boost for the 100 and the 12 to get there faster. And the patience here is good. So you dash forward, which is a little scary. But other than that, everything's fine. Go off the wall, you wave dash off, you get a good clean shot on it. Nice and easy. Good first 10 seconds. Your teammate's probably going to go for it, so I assume you're going to go diagonal boost. This one seems like you're more focused on doing the quick aerial rather than hitting the ball correctly. So you end up going straight underneath it rather than meeting it. The difficulty about doing a quick aerial on some is you're focused more on boosting and getting height and distance, or trying to get to it first, the fastest, rather than the actual trajectory at which you're going with. And unless you're perfect, it's difficult, especially when it's right above you. And you can kind of tell. So here, immediately quick aerial, but that slight hesitation between going forward and back forces you to go underneath it, which hits it straight down. Like if you play this a little bit more cautiously, or even if you slow it down a little bit, if you hit that touch, you might be able to loft it just about to where Leaf is. The difficulty with this, no matter what, is Leaf is just waiting for your touch, and Almana is also just waiting for your touch. This touch is actually not something you even want to go for in the first place. So this develops. It's really high. You probably could have just let that hit and then power cleared it. I heard you say in one of Sunless videos that a guy fast aerialed wrong. What do you mean by that? So fast aerials or quick aerials, there's different ways of doing them. I will show them at the end of the video. Just remind me, Matt, okay? What the heck is a wave dash?
Shut up.
I will show that as well. Actually, let's do it now. Omega, we're cutting your shit short. We'll get right back and do it, I promise. This will be good for people who are watching on media as well.
Lawler, shut up.
So, when playing Rocket League, okay, diagonal dashing or forward dashing or dashing in any sense is causing the animation of you to flip forward, right? Okay, So that is your forward dash. It's the fastest way to move
Lawler, shut up.
when you don't have boost. What you can do is what is referred to as a wave dash. It comes from the Smash community. But you're basically doing what is an animation cancel. You're still getting the forward momentum of a forward dash without actually using the animation for it. By doing so, all you're doing is you're slamming your car into the ground.
It is ooh la la Lawler.
Lawler, shut up.
Hopefully that makes sense. So by dashing forward, you gain your momentum without leaning forward. The way to do that is by holding your power slide key. And when you get to the ground, you're basically just trying to flip forward so your front wheels smack into the ground. If you do it fast enough, you can basically gallop with it and do it in rapid succession if you don't hit the ball. And if I hit A again. What's a wave dash? So wave dash is an animation cancel which allows you to move forward at a faster pace without the front flip. It basically allows you to use that second dash in quick succession. A lot of people use it for recover off the wall. It is faster to jump off, wave dash, and jump than it is to drive down off the wall and move forward. So when he was over here in the replay, when Omega was over here, rather than driving down trying to get to the ball and then hitting it, he was on the wall, he jumps off, wave dashes and gets to the ball. It's faster. It's just an easier way of doing it. It's a recovery technique. The other thing for quick aerials, there's someone in the Sunless Con video that said he did a quick aerial, but he did it wrong. A lot of people make the mistake of quick aerialing where they jump twice in a row really fast. They just go like this. If they don't backflip. They just jump up as high as they can. So they go like this. They just jump up as quickly as they can. They just double jump right away. And you don't want to do that. You want to hold down while boosting and then jump again after a delay. Holding down your jump gives you more height. This is just a tapping of it. This is holding it. Tap. Oh shit, I actually didn't tap it there. That's a tap. That's a hold. It's a very minute difference, but it is a difference. And that little difference is the chance between you getting to the ball first and you getting to the ball second. So in that video, what the guy did was when he was in this corner to challenge the ball, he was from like here and the ball was up like in this area. He like went like that and then boosted at it, which is incorrect technically. Ideally, if you hold down right away and just move with it, you can do it. So by holding down on your analog stick, so you can see the wheels moving back and forth, but if you hold down and boost, jump, and then jump again. That's a quick aerial. This is the correct way of doing a quick aerial. You want to delay that second jump. I don't know who just subbed, but thank you, whoever it was. I think it was Smile. Smiles, appreciate the sub. Anyway, back to that replay. Omega. We were like, what, 10 seconds in, nothing crazy. Yeah, no problem, Duff. Alright.
Lawler, shut up.
So he hits this aerial, ends up going backwards. Probably doesn't need to go for that wall. You probably can go to the wall and still beat Leaf. Leaf almost hit a double. Holy shit. You wait for the play to develop. You get the boost from the corner. No, you don't. You should be able to get an easy goal off that. Oh, no. I mean, you know what you did wrong here. So the first touch, you want to be a little bit underneath it. So this one, you hit it pretty parallel. When you hit it, I got to slow that down. Okay. So on this one, when you jump, you're hitting it a little bit too far off the wall. If you're trying to get that angle further across, you need to make sure you're coming from a downward. So like if the ball is here, I have a drawing tool. What am I doing? If the ball is here, you want to be hitting it like here. Like from you need to be moving downward up into it so it pushes it this way. You need to get a little bit more of an angle of it. This one looks like you're going to strike through and it's going to hit like here. It's also a little bit too far off the wall. You want to make sure you meet it at the exact right time to get that extra bit of power, which is kind of weird. This takes a lot of time and feel. Reading these is not easy. It's the hardest thing to do off the back wall for a lot of people for clear purposes. But getting that faster bounce is going to allow it to do it. The other thing, too, is I don't see anybody behind. Like, there's nobody here at all. Like, this is wide open. Right? You made him miss. Leaf is still retreating back. It doesn't hurt to play the safe route either. And with nobody here, and with this much power, make sure you just jump twice. No need to jump into it. Just jump twice, get that height, make sure you crush it down. Just go for the safe play, because that's the difference between you being up 2-0 and let Leaf score on a counter. Like, you had all the time in the world here. There's no need to rush it. First touch is fine. It's a good clear. Just make sure you settle yourself, and then you get above it. Mistakes happen. Hitting open nets is the hardest thing in Rocket League. Just because they're so free. But even Leaf can do it, as you can see. Love you, Leaf. Miss you. It does happen. Just gotta make sure you shake it off. That's not good. It's a little weird. So the issue I have with all this is look how slow everybody's moving. Just in general. Everybody's just moving really slow. It's hesitant. Nobody's going for it. The initial hesitation is because he's up already for it. That's fine. Let the play develop. But here you jump up into it. Like you try to just pop it up. And the difficulty of popping it up here is it's expending you to get out of position. But it's also not putting it in a place where you guys can win. Just play it into corner. I like the bump idea. This pass was pretty solid for the most part. Okay, you get back. They're going to get a goal for it. Pass was right. The idea is just you put yourself out of position. I think you wanted him to play it back towards you. If that pass was towards you more, it would have been better, but his placement just favored Leaf a little bit. Recovery's a little rough here. Just make sure you hold your power slide on the back wall. If you hit that wall, just hold your power slide. You'll maintain your momentum more, even after you jump off, which is good reaction. Leaf just makes a play past your defense. Happens. Also, your car is very unique, Omega. I will give you that. A lot of this is just wasted time. You have 22 boost. Boost down. Recover as fast as you possibly can. There's plenty of boost around. But you're just floating here. You could also deny the corner boost. So here, recover. You should be boosting down on this as soon as you recover. So air roll, recover, boost down, and then take his corner boost immediately if your teammate has the pressure, or you can even go for the demo, make it even easier. A lot of options there. Don't forget to cheat up on these still. Then again, with how your teammate's doing kickoffs, I don't blame you for playing a little bit more passive. Also, why is Leaf pre-jumping that? The fuck, Leaf? I'm watching Leaf on this just because. Why is he's coming off the wall before that play even develops? What the fuck? Leaf, what are you doing? Leaf must know this guy to trust him or something, or he's just memeing, because no logical player would do it. Again, same thing with your aerial. Really high aerials, you have a hard time with getting behind. I don't know if it's just because you have trouble reading it, or you're more focused on getting upward momentum than you are hitting the ball correctly. Obviously, aerials are a fine balance between both, but your teammate is clearly going for a demo right now. He's looking to take out Elmana. So this guy's clearly coming across trying to go for the demo. I'm also going to go smaller because it's easier. So he looks like he's going to go for that demo. All you have to really do here is go for an aerial and either tap it lightly this way in hopes that Leaf is out of position and moves and rotates a weird way, or even playing in the corner and settling it. The only difficulty that you have is based upon the trajectory of this ball, is you could technically go up the wall and play it, or just let it settle. Because looking at Leaf tries to do the same thing, and you would have beat him to it. Rough challenge, you're in a bad spot. Moments like this, just fake challenge. So the initial challenge here is the right answer, but you need to commit to it. You either need to get there and challenge him, so the sooner he makes that flick, the sooner your teammate can come in and make up a decision. But you're like, a lot of your decisions are kind of in between. They're slow and they're indecisive. Like, you have the right idea positioning wise, you just need to commit to it. So here, you see that ball go across. You see him bounce it across. Challenge happens. I would never challenge that personally. The way I would play this is a fake challenge. So I would pretend I'm going to go in to challenge it, and you want to do it a little bit sooner so you give your space to turn around. But you go in, take some boost, and turn back around. Hopefully he flicks it in that time, and then you just rotate back with it. Because you want to make sure that you are moving the same way that he is. If you're facing this way, all he has to do is make one touch and you're out. So a fake challenge is great because not only does it force him to make a move, but it also enables you to move back. And then you just shadow it or you mirror it. To me, this is mirroring when you're doing exactly what they are. Shadowing to me is if this player is following and has the ball and they're going this way, you just follow them. I don't think shadow is a defensive thing. I think the way that the community has explained it is entirely wrong based upon what I learned my entire career playing soccer. So to me, when someone is playing the ball, so if this guy's dribbling the ball downfield and you're next to him doing the same thing, to me that is mirroring someone. You are doing the same thing as them until you find an opportunity to crash or to break it or whatever, right? To me, that's mirroring somebody, not shadow defense, as a lot of the community calls it. I know there's a lot of content creators that also call it shadow defense, which I think is a whole different thing that I could complain about. To me, shadowing someone is when someone is retreating from you and you are following them, because that's how a shadow works, right? I understand the reasoning and the terminology is just personal preference, but the way that I've learned it, like, if someone like this, so if this person has the ball, right, and he's dribbling this way, and you're following him, you're a shadow. You're literally following everything he's doing, right? You're a replica of his current image, right? Mirroring to me is a reflection of what they're doing. They dictate, right? I shadow somebody when I am trying to make sure that they have no space to do anything, to make sure that when they have the ball and they have possession, I shadow that to make sure that they can't make any good decisions, right?
Lawler,
to apply pressure. I mirror when I am defensive, waiting for an opportunity to either A, challenge, or B, let my teammate come in and take the play. That's how I explain it, because to me that makes more logical sense. It's also how I learned it when I played soccer growing up as a kid, or football, not American football. So, anyway, in here, do a fake challenge and rotate back out. Try to cut in a little bit closer, because then you give yourself more space to turn around. Also, watch out for Leaf, because he might demo you on the way back. So, fake challenge here. Turn back around instead of taking yourself out of the play. Cut across. You should be able to get this. Quick doink would work. So, the difficulty with this is you want to do this as quickly as possible. Just try to get underneath it and let it bounce off your car. By hitting it this way, it plays off the wall again, and it gives them an extra couple seconds to recover. You want to put immediate threat on the target. I do like to play into the corner, though. Be Leaf on it. I think the biggest thing I noticed out of you, Omega, is just you need to make your decisions sooner. You have the right decisions and positioning. You just need to make them faster. For the most part, like, the things you're doing are correct. It's just, it's the little minute details, right? Like, knowing when to actually challenge or fake challenge. That's a lot of spacing. Ones definitely helps with that. Ones will teach you how far or close away intuitively you need to be to a player to make sure that you can either get the ball, and that's taking a multitude of things into effect. Can I get there in time? How fast are they going? What way is the ball trajectory? Like, all those things coming together really happen in ones, and it further exemplifies it in ones because it's just you, and you're going to get punished for it every single time. But technically, you missed an open goal. So technically, and hypothetically, this is 3-2 in favor of you guys. 4-2 now. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. It's a good win. It's a really good win. Nice challenge on Leaf. It's decisive. That's all you need. I also think I've ever seen you cheat up on a kickoff. With you guys being tied right now, that's whatever. Two things with this one. So, I don't know if you were trying to trap it, but you jump. Right? So there's a lot of things wrong with this, actually. So the first thing I noticed that's an issue. You see it here. Hold on. So, when trying to trap a ball, there's a couple things you need to take into circumstance, right? You have a player who's giving you plenty of space. He is starting to face the right way. The difficulty is you can play it up the wall here, and he's backwards. Nothing you can do about it. So to me, optimal route is two options. You either trap this on the inside of your car and cut and go that way towards the net. Difficulty is that gives him a good challenge, and that pinch will actually favor him based upon your trajectory, depending on how you control it. So I ideally see this as a way to do one of two things. You can either A, power clear this, hit it as hard as you fucking want into that corner and hope your teammate recovers, just to get it out of your own half, or maintain possession. To me, maintaining possession is the best way. And you do literally the opposite thing you need to do to maintain possession. You jump. Jumping not only makes your car super awkward, if you're going to jump and hit a ball, this applies to areas as well, you need to make sure you boost all the way through it. Otherwise, the ball's momentum and the ball's weight will outweigh you. It's a heavy object. Your car's in the air, you have no momentum, the ball will stop you. Notice how your car goes all chaotic and your recovery ends up being poor. If that does happen, hold your power drift or your power slide again, and you should be okay. It looks like you try to wave dash, but I don't know. It's weird. It's super weird. So,
Lawler, shut up.
we're going to play this in real time, just to give you an idea. So, you dunk Leaf. You guys get a goal. God, that happens in 5 seconds. All right, the ball comes off. You can just power. Yeah, power. You just clear that with power. Clear that with power or bring it up the wall. But jumping into it is the worst thing you want to do. If you're going to do that, give yourself a little bit more space. Stay back a little bit. You want to go about here based upon this ball. It'll hit here and then jump into it as it starts to get that upward lift, and you will smack that downfield. Hell, you could even play it off the wall here and play it back in towards mid. I don't know where your teammate is. Either way, too early of a jump. Got there too quick. I don't think you misjudged the bounce. I just don't know what you were trying to do altogether. Good demo on Leaf. Good patience. Your teammate never should have went for that. Normally, I'd be like, you need to go to the wall faster here. But you're playing it like solo queue. Like, your teammate is chasing that hard. So, stay patient. Let him do his thing. Get open for a pass. Go deny the boost. Good. Teammate puts it. Nope, teammate misses. Either way, you get a goal. Works out. But probably better than your teammate missed it. Otherwise, clean. All that was fine. We're only halfway through this replay, by the way, guys. Teammate got greedy. What's up, Slippy? Hey, teammate got greedy. Rotate away from the play. So, big issue a lot of players have that they don't realize how detrimental it can be. It's two things that are going to happen here. Number one, your teammate who is rotating back no longer has boost. He just doesn't. You cut off the rotation where he was coming from. The quickest path from him to get back to the net is the one that you just took. And you now took that corner boost, which is now gone for the next 10 seconds. Second thing, if you would have rotated around the other way, you would have had a better angle on the ball. You also would have had this boost. But now that that doesn't happen, this boost is also going to be gone because this guy's going to go take it. careful and understand the way that you rotate back. So that ball pinches out. Turn, take this boost, and go across. Support it from behind. Cutting across this way is forcing two people in the same area, and if either one of you misses or makes a mistake, that's a free shot on target. You need to rotate away from the play. Don't reassert yourself. The only time you need to reassert yourself is if you are the first one up. Like, if you're the first one to make another touch, like, say he's not here and the ball's, like, somewhere over here, yeah, come in and make another challenge to make sure you buy some time for your teammate. But ideally, you need to rotate out to make sure that, one, this boost stays alive as an option, and two, you're out of the way. I don't know what that guy just, like, Tokyo drifted around that. The fuck? Nice settle. Easy. Yeah. But he Goomba stomp it. Killed it completely. Yeah. Chat, a lot of people in chat are saying it, and I agree with it. You cheating up or not, entirely based upon how your teammate. If your teammate hasn't won a single kickoff, why are you cheating up? Just play it smart. You guys went for a fake kickoff. Interesting. So you're looking for boosts. Plenty of boost pads here. You're just moving so slow. Move faster, man. You're never going to get to the ball first if you're moving literally at your generic speed. Or your base speed. You're literally just holding the gas right now. Get yourself up to your supersonic. Try to maintain that. I mean, ideally, right? You need 35-ish boosts to do whatever you want. So 3 boost pads. You're done. You have literally all the boost you could ever need. So use it to get more or put yourself in a better position. But by taking that much time to just get those small boost pads, like, so slow. So slow. It's a really high-scoring game. Almost. Right idea. Put yourself in a good position to go for the challenge. Just miss. Happens. Challenge is a little risky. It's close, though. I think you just misjudged it a little bit. I get the idea, right? Like, he sees Leaf going for a shot on that. To me, follow that same trajectory and try to block off the hit. Because based upon the path that you take and cutting in gives Leaf the advantage. You need to make sure you go straight to it. Go to the most direct path. Because Leaf is too far ahead. I don't know how much speed he has, but if he plays that across, it's a free goal. So you just need to make sure that you try to meet it and pinch that because it's going to hit corner and go out. If he rotates near post, that's a free shot for Leaf. If you go here, that's too much space for Leaf. He has a free shot. You don't want to do that. You need to put a body in front of that. His idea is right. It's just the execution's poor. So when you turn
Lawler,
left here,
shut up.
notice how Leaf has a little bit of an advantage so he can get it past. That's all he needs. Also, it looks like a really weird ghost hit, but it's just the replay catching up. So that's the difference between how close you are. But if...
Lawler, shut up.
Hold on. But you turning in there...
Shut up.
It looks so minute, but this turn in here, this pathway, if you'd have just kept it going this way, easy save. Doesn't look like much, but it is. It's super close. It's another shot. Did they seriously not take that? That should have been a goal against you guys. Leaf is probably fuming that that guy didn't take that shot because he had one. Nice. Way to get up for it. Put another shot on. Under it too much again. That's just spatial awareness. Knowing where you are with that hit. You should see that if you jump into this, look where the ball's going to hit. You're going to hit it here. That thing's going to go flying. If you just jump into it, it should pop underneath. The other thing is you want to be making sure you're hitting it here if you're going to put power on it. But should have been a goal. There's nobody on. Just all you had to do is hit it soft. That's a goal. Oh, you don't have boost. Something that's also common for people that love to quick aerial. Rule of thumb. I say this in like all my videos. If you're the first one to the ball, there's no need to quick aerial. There's no need. You're literally not trying to beat anyone. Like, use that second jump for power, or to redirect, or to put it in a different place. Like here, if you would have jumped into it, you might have scored. He tried to pick up a pen. He tried to pick up a small boost pad, but it was gone. This one in the corner here, if it would have been up, he would have been fine. I'll never talk camera settings. Camera settings are entirely personal preference. Camera settings don't make you better or worse unless they're like really bad. But make sure you take that jump and you use it to flip forward. Jumping up again just forces you to miss. Kind of just lofts you and puts you in no man land. Good. Nice. Actually, even though you got the goal here, this decision here is great. So you get the clear, right? Immediately after recovering, you turn back and support your teammate, right? You see that Leaf has the ball. He has possession. There's no reason for you to go there. Even if this 50-50 develops, you have both options. You can either A, rotate back if you need to. You can go and support it if you need to. You can get behind him if you need to. Like, that cut back around is great. Guys, I understand. No, I'm not playing. Hell no. This ain't me. I would never drive a car like that. Not my style. Understand that, yes, things may be happening by very little, but it is my job to be extremely critical. Okay? My job is to be hypercritical about these. I'm here to point out literally every minute little detail.
Lawler, shut up.
I mean, if we're really going to analyze, we might as well analyze this car. Yellow's not my color. I'm not Gibbs. Twinser, not my car. Decal, not my thing. Periscope, might be doing a challenge, so pass on that. Everybody knows I wear the Santa hat, so. Another half flip. Cleanest half flip you've had so far this game. Again, too far underneath it. A lot of your clears are just too far underneath. Played in the corner, back off. The back off's probably the best part about that, just
Lawler,
because
shut up.
I think Leaf is already there. Slight hesitation. You still pre-flip and get it. Good. Commit a little bit too hard on this chip. Chips are really easy to do for pop-ups. Just tap it. Literally cut into it and then back off. When you come in here, just pop it and then go back out. That looks like a butt. But literally hit it and then back out. Not only will you not commit so hard, because you just keep driving straight into it. The other option is get used to drift turns. Drift turn and you make this guy look like a fool. I think he was going to demo you either way. He was headhunting you. Put power on these, man. Every time you hit these, you only jump once. Jump into this. Dude, I don't know where you guys keep posting from, but oh, shit. Yo, appreciate the host, man. How you doing? Pethel, hopefully, or Pethy. I think we'll go with that. Pethy, appreciate the host. Hopefully you had a good stream. But with these, like, power shot, power clear, power whatever, anytime you hit the ball hits the ground, bounces up. As it's bouncing up off the ground, jump into it, jump again. But, like, you only single jump into these, and I have no idea why. You can put so much power into them. That's risky. You guys are down by, or you guys are up by 1. There's no reason to pressure or do anything. Just play this a little bit more passive. A little bit scary on those, but staying close applies pressure. Otherwise, yeah. So, biggest things that I'd recommend. Number 1, learn your power clears, okay? Learn how to put power on a hit. For simple purposes, simplicity reasons. As soon as the ball is bouncing, jumping into it. It's that simple. As soon as this ball hits the ground, just jump into it. You're going to hit it so much harder. And if you use a corner, you're going to get way more power every single hit. That's all you're trying to do. Literally go in to free play and practice this. Other thing, getting used to doing cut turns like this. Bounce dribble. If you can, alternate between sides. That's like ideal. But literally just bounce dribble. Get used to popping the car with your side. Very subtly. That ball control will save you so many times if you can. But my biggest one for you, Omega, is power clears. Get used to hitting that ball with a ton of power and on target. They're really simple to do, but if you want to kind of combine them, just play them off the wall. Recover, turn back around, drift turn, smack it again. Just keep doing that over and over again. The better you hit it, the less time you're going to have to recover. Hit them from different angles. Do whatever you got to do. But, like, a simple power clear is going to save you so much more than anything else. The ability to just hit the ball really hard from your field down to the other side is like a night and day difference, man. It sounds so stupid, but like the amount of times I see people even in like Grand Champ, Champ 3 that just can't fucking make a simple clear blows my mind. It's like one of the most crucial things you can do. Like just being able to do that on target, or knowing when to do that and then follow up your hit like someone in chat was saying. Like the difference between knowing when to do this and clearing it and when to tap it to yourself and go for an air dribble. So like say instead of power clearing it here, you just tap it up and then you give it a little bit bigger one. Like little things like that were literally enough to be top 100 in preseason season 1. It sounds so stupid and so simple, but it's true. Like knowing how to read this, jumping and hitting the ball. Like I fucked that one up. Like nobody's perfect at it. But literally waiting for it, jumping and smashing it in. The amount of power you get on just that, and then you learn to put it on target. You learn to, if you're in a bad circumstance and the ball is kind of rolling this way, you just come and you clear it out and it smacks it downfield. All the pressure that you're feeling on defense is now alleviated and you have advantage. Night and day difference for you, man. It's probably your biggest thing, and then making sure your aerials. You gotta get behind the ball. And power clears will help that. Just hit it as hard as you can, I guess, in training, and then just make sure you go up for it. But I would make a training pack that like puts the ball up above you, probably. Like have a training pack where the ball just gets lofted really high and practice quick aerialing and then hitting it. Because I didn't think I saw you air roll once with any of your aerials to like correct things. And then probably doing this. Alternate between both.
It is Lawler.
Probably drift dribbles if you can. But going back and forth between the two will make a huge difference. Those little things make like they're life changing. And they take a ton of practice, and they're not going to come easy because it's a weird game, but please, for the sake of you, you will see so much improvement if you do that and play a little bit of ones.